You guys, welcome to Assassin 2019, you guys. So our school does this thing. Basically, what happens is there's partnerships, and so me and Ashton are partners, and we are assigned 2 targets that are partners. And in this week, we have 1 week to completely
assassinate our targets,
and which means we have to shoot them with water gun. And then once we shoot them, they'll give us their code, which proves that we actually got them, and then we move on to the next round. But if we do not get our target within this week, we cannot move on to the next round. The hard part about that is Addison is going out of town tomorrow through Thursday.
Yes. So we have less time to assassinate our targets, but on the bright side, I'm also gone, so it's way harder for people to get me. So we have a higher chance of staying in this round. Worst comes to worst, one of us gets shot, and then I just have to get the other targets.
Yeah, so if I get shot or she gets shot, then the other one of us has to go get both of our targets, and then that means that I'm back in the round if she goes and shoots who we have. So I was telling her, I don't think we'll get out by getting shot. I think we'll get out by not getting our target, because we both work. That's hard. If you don't know them,
you get random targets. You don't know who they are.
Yeah. So
I had to Instagram stalk last night.
Yeah, last night.
I found out everything about our targets.
So today we're gonna go get them. We're in Walmart right now.
These are all Nerf.
We just ran in. School starts in 20 minutes, so we're trying to get some guns. I'm leaving safety. I am going to sit over here and wait for them to come out, and they have track practice in 10 minutes, and so I'm just gonna sit here and wait so I can be behind them. Addison's gonna be in front of them. She's gonna come up to them, so then if they start turning around and running, I can be behind them and just get them. Update. I failed. I walked right past her and I didn't shoot her because I was scared. So now I'm gonna wait till after practice is done, and then I'm gonna go back, try to get her, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so for a little bit of an update, I never ended up vlogging me going back to the track practice. So when I got over, I went back and I waited until they were done. I saw them, they had a meeting, and then they walked out, and I literally watched every person that walked out of there, and my target was not there. So I didn't end up getting her that day. Today's Thursday, and last night, oh my gosh, last night, my assassins came for me while I was at work. It was literally so scary. So I work at Chick-fil-A, and at 9 o'clock, I was on the window, which means I'm the person that you see when you come up to the window to get your food. I saw them walk into the restaurant, and they were ordering food, and I was like, oh shit, it's they're gonna try to get me tonight. And they parked right where I could see. We closed, and I did my closing tasks, and I knew they were gonna be there, and the parking lot for Chick-fil-A was empty except for one car, and Chris was he was outside taking the trash out, and he saw that car, and he was like, I think that's your assassin. I was like, yeah, you're right. And then I said something to my coworkers. I was like, oh my gosh, that's my assassin's. And then one of my coworkers was like, no, that's my brother's car. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure it's my assassin. And he was like, no, it is. I was like, okay. And then the car started pulling out and was driving away. And I was like, I told my coworker Bella, I was like, look inside the car and see if you see my assassin. She goes, it's them. It is 100% them. And I turned to my coworker and I was like, it's them. And he was like, what? He was so confused. And I was like, okay, what? I had my sister come pick me up. So as she's coming, my assassins see my sister's car. So they start following her. So she's driving around the building to she was going to park in front of the back door, and I was going to just run out real quick. But she couldn't do that anymore because they're right behind her, so they were gonna shoot me if I walked out. She's freaking out, doesn't know what to do. So I told her, I'm like, just come inside so we can switch clothes, because we look really similar. So I was like, come inside, switch clothes, and then you'll walk out in my uniform and they'll shoot you, and I'll run to the car, and then I'll be safe. And so she comes inside, and we were gonna change, except if we were to go into the bathroom to change, they would have seen us. And so we were like, okay, that's not even worth it. So I was like, I need somebody to go out there and distract them. She had parked the car, and their car was next to my sister's car, so they were right there. So if I tried going out, they'd shoot me. And they had a driver. At the time, I didn't know who the driver was. And so both my assassins were outside the building, and they literally saw me through the window. And one of my assassins was like, come on, come out, let me get you. And I was like, no. So I was like, I need somebody to go out there and distract them so I can run to the car, or, whatever. And my coworker Bella was like, just get Sean to talk to them. And Sean's our manager. I was like, okay. So I go up to him. I was like, hey, I'm playing this game. Is there any way you can go distract them? That's all I said. All I said was, can you distract them? And he was like, oh yeah, totally. So Sean goes out there, and he's talking to them, and I'm like, oh, like, what? And they're like looking at me like, okay. And then they go back to the car, but they haven't left yet, so they're still chilling there. And I don't want to go out. I can't go outside because my car's right next to there, so if I go out, I'll get shot. And so I'm just sitting there. My sister goes out there. She is gonna take the car and come pick me up, and she goes out there and she's talking to them, and she pulls the car up, pulls our car up to like the door. So as I was about to walk out, because I was like, they're probably not gonna get me because my manager told them to leave, like, it's whatever, and I didn't really see them, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna run to the car. So she pulled up to the car. I'm about to go out the door, and they start to back out, and my and this is where Chris comes in. He saved the day. He zooms in with his truck, parks right behind them, so they're facing like right here. He parks like right here so they can't back up, and so he blocks them in, and then my sister drives off as fast as she can, and we lose them. And I get home. Jace, if you're watching this, I know you did me dirty. For the rest of the week, I have to be super cautious, but today I have a plan to get my targets out. Long story short, I teamed up with my target's target. So basically, the people that my target's trying to get out, I linked up with him, and he was talking to me. He was super mad because they waited outside of his girlfriend's house for 4 hours to try to shoot him. He's super mad, and he doesn't want to get out, and so he wants me to get them out. So what's gonna happen is him and his partner are guaranteed to move on to the next round because they already got out one of their targets, and only for this round the game master said that if you get out one of your targets, then you're guaranteed to move on to the next round. So he's good to move on to the next round. He doesn't want to get shot by his assassins, so he wants me to get them. He texted his target, the one he didn't get, and he said, listen, I won't shoot you, I won't get you out if you help me get my assassins out of the game. And she was like, okay, like, fine. So she's friends with my target. She's gonna talk to them and tell them that she has a good way for them to get their target, which is the guy that I'm partnering with. His name is John. And so me and John have been texting all day. We've been trying to figure out a plan. But what we think is gonna happen is they have a track meet. I think it's either a practice or a meet, but they have a track meet today. And once it gets out, Erica is the name of John's target. Erica told my targets that she has a good way for them to get him out. As of right now, what's going to happen is something along the lines of this. I'm going to go to his house. I'm going to be hiding or something, and they are going to come over, and somehow I'm going to, like, shoot them. There will be a couple different ideas, but I'll let you guys know when we get to that.
Just stand there a little bit by the door.
Oh, it's just her.
Okay, come back in.
John, go in.
Call your dad, tell him to come back and do a drive-by.
They're going to. She's going to come drop her off. I'm scared.
Oh, they're out there. Kayla needs to come out now. Not yet.
Okay guys, I got my targets. I shot both of them. So I'm qualified to move on to the next round. I'm really happy. But anyways, today is Saturday, and I went to go play a basketball game this morning at my church, and I kind of knew my targets were going to be there because since they're friends with somebody that I go to church with, and so I was expecting them to be there. Basically, they came. I was waiting for the team before us to get done playing, and then my assassin literally came up and shot me, and I was like, I'm in a religious building, like, you can't shoot me. And he was like, oh, well, I'll be waiting for you after. I was like, okay. And then as the game started, and within the first literally like 5 seconds, I went to go shoot. I don't even know how, but I think I tripped over somebody, and my butt ended up slamming onto the ground, and I like got up super fast, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in so much pain. So I hobbled over to the sideline, but I didn't play for the rest of the game. I was in tons of pain, and I was like sobbing super hard. My mom and dad came to stand next to me. Like I've never been like injured in a game really. Like yeah, I've like twisted an ankle, but never like anything super serious. And I've always been able to get back up and play. So this was like, I don't normally like to cry in front of people, so I was literally crying in front of like my whole church. My assassin was sitting like on the same row as me, kind of, because he was helping his friend keep the scoreboard. My mom like picked me up and like helped me get up, and I hobbled to the back. I was like freaking out. I was in so much pain, and I was like, Mom, take me to the car. Like I need to leave, please. And she was like, no, like your assassins are gonna get you. Bless my mom. She had my back. And we're in the bathroom and she's trying to make a game plan. She put her jacket on me to kind of disguise me, even though I was literally sobbing and everybody could tell it was me. The women's bathroom, it like connects to this other room. And so it's kind of like, I don't know, so like we went down this like secret, I guess you could call it like a secret passageway, even though it's not really. So it opened up into this other room. And basically what happened is my dad pulled the car up to like the doors that we were by. He came inside the building, he was on the phone with my mom, and he was like talking with her, and because my assassin was like circling my church and just trying to find me. And so he was like looking in, and he called her and he's like, hey, like the coast is clear, like come out right now. So we rushed out of the building and I got into the car real quick, and then I was safe and my dad took me home, and here I've been on the couch ever since then. Okay, you guys, so in approximately 2 hours, the first round of Assassin is going to be over. Addison and I survived the first round. It was really fun. I hurt my tailbone, so we'll see how this next round goes. But we're going to play, and stay tuned for more Assassin vlogs.